afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Doug Wood, the Associate Director of Grassroots Environmental Education. We're a nonprofit environmental health organization based on Long Island. We're very happy to welcome you to our webinar today. We appreciate your interest in this critical issue and hope you find the program informative and helpful in your work. We're also very grateful to our speakers who are busy people doing their work, but they're taking their time today to help you understand what is currently being done in the area of air quality monitoring and what kinds of tools and data are available to you. I want to acknowledge the support of the Park Foundation and our other funders who have made this webinar possible. And again, our sincere thanks to everyone who is presenting today and all of you who are attending. This is a critical public health issue, and we're proud to play a small part in helping move the ball forward. So let's get started. We're delighted to welcome as our first speaker a man who really needs no introduction to this audience, a champion of the environment, a relentless fighter for protecting our natural resources, and a man who knows how to get things done in Albany. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce the chair of the Senate Environmental Conservation Committee, Westchester Senator Pete Harckham.
Good afternoon, everyone. Doug, thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. Flattery will get you everywhere. I want to thank you and Patty and Ellen Weiniger for everything you do at Grassroots, and Allison Steele at the Environmental Health Project, all of your teams for the tremendous work you do. I want to thank you for this really important seminar and discussion today. I want to thank the presenters and folks from EPA and DEC, the professionals, for all the work that you do. And as you said, Doug, this is really about public health. So often the conversation now is about emissions in terms of our climate goals. We talk about CO2, we talk about methane, but it's the co-pollutants that are the ones that really have the direct negative impact on people's health. It's approximated that 9 million people a year die directly as a result of exposure to air pollution. Other things like lung disease, heart disease, premature births, low birth weights, all directly attributed to whether it's particulate matter or whether it's harmful chemicals. Anything from power plants to the frack gas infrastructure. For instance, a two-stroke leaf blower that you could use for a half hour on your Sunday emits more harmful chemicals than driving a pickup truck from Texas to Alaska. One of the reasons why I'm such a passionate proponent of electric school buses is that through measuring, we know that people on the inside of school buses, mostly children and the adults who accompany them, are exposed to 19 times more harmful pollutants than folks on the outside of those school buses. So, monitoring is incredibly important. It's incredibly important in our environmental justice communities. It will be incredibly important as we seek to quantify the benefits of congestion pricing. People focus so often congestion pricing on building mass transit infrastructure, which is one of the reasons, but we want to take cars off the road to end the pollution and the particulate pollution that is really adversely impacting the health of hundreds of thousands of New Yorkers. Other examples of air monitoring, for instance, around Indian Point, there was nuclear monitoring for years, and now we're setting up a program around the school for decommissioning for what's in the dust that may be coming from the decommissioning site. So it's incredibly important that we're able to quantify these harmful pollutants that may be co-pollutants as of CO2 and methane production, but oftentimes they also are generated from from factories, from other industrial uses. We know from trucks, from diesel soot. So it is so important that we get a handle and quantify, so then we can have a public health response to address those adversely impacted. So I'm excited to be here. Doug, again, thank you so much for the introduction. Thank you all for putting this together, and look forward to a wonderful afternoon of discussion. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Senator Harckham. I think I speak for pretty much everybody on the webinar when I say we're very grateful for your leadership on these issues and for all your work to protect the environment for our children and our grandchildren. So thank you for being here with us today.